A MacVoices briefing on the Shokz OpenComm2 open-ear bone conduction headphones. This is MacVoices. Welcome to MacVoices. This is the talk of the Apple community, and I'm Chuck Joyner. This is a MacVoices briefing on the Shokz OpenComm2 open-ear bone conduction headphones. I probably sound just a little bit different this time around because I am not using my usual Rode microphone setup, but I am using and wearing the Shokz OpenComm2 open-ear bone conduction headphones. So I will let you be the judge of how I sound and whether this is something that you would find acceptable if you were taking a phone call or working with some of the online services. Before we had the option of transparency mode for AirPods, having earphones of any kind in when you were out and about represented something of a hazard, since you might not be completely aware of what was going on around you. As a result, I became a fan of Shokz bone conduction headphones years ago. I've been using their latest, the Shokz OpenComm2 open ear model, for several months now, and I'm even a bigger fan. The OpenComm2 is designed with the office and remote worker in mind. They come in only one size, and the silicone-coated frame is not adjustable, so the fit may be a little tight or a little loose depending on the size of head and hairstyle of the wearer. The transducers land just in front of the ears when they are in place, connected by a band that goes just behind the head. In spite of the appearance of fragility, they are surprisingly sturdy. The OpenComm2 model is designed not just as a set of bone conduction headphones, but also with an adjustable boom mic for phone calls, online meetings, and any other voice-necessary activities. The noise cancellation is reportedly great based on those I've talked to who are on the other end of the phone. The mic is dual noise canceling, and because of the boom, it's a bit more directional than earphone-mounted options, and therefore not as prone to pick up extraneous noise. The mic boom can be flipped up out of the way when it's not in use. On the listening side, because these are bone conduction headphones, there's nothing in or around your ears, and therefore no obstructions from hearing anything going on around you. If you haven't used bone conduction headphones before, they can take a little getting used to, but the OpenComm2 can easily be heard in any reasonable noise environment. If you turn up the volume 100%, or if the fit is a bit tight, you might feel a slight vibration from the transducers during conversations or listening to music or a podcast, but you quickly get used to it and don't even notice it. A mute button is located on the mic for those times you do not want to be heard, and there's an audible notification from Audrey, the OpenComm2's voice, that acknowledges your setting changes. The left transducer includes a multifunction button that can answer or hang up calls, pause or play audio, and more. On, off, and volume controls are located on the right side of the frame that is behind the ear when the OpenComm2 is worn, as is the charging port. To Shokz's credit, there are no LEDs or lighted indicators when in use, only when charging, so you don't look like a Borg when you're on Zoom. And yes, you can listen to anything with these. They are ideal for spoken word content like podcasts or audiobooks. Music is obviously not going to sound quite as good as with dedicated earphones or headphones, but the OpenComm2 is more than listenable in a pinch or in between phone calls. The fit is surprisingly comfortable, at least for me. I can be on the phone or Zoom much of the day and all but forget that I'm wearing the OpenComm2. And yes, I said all day, because Shokz advertises a 16-hour talk time battery life, and I have yet to test the upper limit of that. The OpenComm2 connects to your devices via Bluetooth. Shokz sells the Loop 110 wireless adapter, which they say can improve the connectivity with a computer, but I've had no issues using the OpenComm2 using the Bluetooth built into my M1 MacBook Pro or my iPhone 15 Pro Max. If there is a downside, it's that the OpenComm2 comes with a proprietary magnetic charging cable. There's an LED charging indicator that lights when connected, red for charging, blue for charged. The magnets make it easy to connect, but also means that you need to travel with that cable. Fortunately, that's not a big downside, since the OpenComm2 comes with a hard shell case with a place for everything. While I said earlier that they are sturdy, you're still not going to want to throw them into a backpack unprotected. The Shokz OpenComm2 open-ear bone conduction headphones are priced at $159.95 and can be purchased at Shokz.com, Shokz.com, or on Amazon. That's a briefing on the Shokz OpenComm2 bone conduction headphones. Check them out. I'm Chuck Joyner. I'll be back with more soon. As always, thanks for watching. Visit MacVoices.com for show notes and to connect with Chuck on social media. Get involved in our Facebook group or like our Facebook page, and get more out of your Apple tech with MacVoices Magazine, free on Flipboard and on the web. And if you find value in it all, consider supporting us through either our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/MacVoices or making a one-time donation via the PayPal link on our front page and in the show notes of each episode. You will join these fine people who help bring you MacVoices each month. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media at backbeatmedia.com. Bandwidth provided by CashFly at cashfly.com.